I was doing some perusing around the Oracle for information about St. John the Baptist because I was doing a video on him. And so often is the case with this old world information, you get sidetracked. This article about Christie's auction caught my attention. I was introduced to Christie's from other YouTubers that I frequent. I thought to myself, if I ever come across Christie's in my gavelanting, I would give it some attention. This article is from March 2019, and it's a copy of the original script from the Christie's auction site. But this page has the images that I'm concerned with. We can see here in the headlines that it says, Christie's Classic Week totals $79.5 million. The Old World Masters sales set 5 new world auction records. Is that a fact? So the old world still fetches huge amounts of currency from some entities in the realm anyway. Basically what they're saying is this painting right here has the highest net of the whole auction. This is a portrait of a husband and wife seated playing tables, 1532. And it's sold for over 10 million bucks. And it appears that you only get a half-length painting for that kind of money. Isn't that strange? Anyway, so this caught my eye, and it says that they're playing tables, but I know this game as backgammon. I didn't know backgammon was an ancient board game, so I took to the Oracle to see what I could find. I found an article that simply states, there exists in Western art a long tradition of representing backgammon and its early variations, the origins of which can be traced back to Mesopotamia. From that medieval period onward, the game was often used as an emblem of vice. So let's look up emblem of vice. Well, I didn't find anything. But I did find something interesting. I'll leave it up for a second or two, and you could do your own investigation into that. I just thought that this backgammon set was pretty cool, because I've seen a lot of backgammon sets, but I haven't seen one like this. So let's move on to this painting with our buddy St. John the Baptist in it. Now I see why the Christie's links led me here. Obviously, he's in one of the paintings. This is a 1587 painting, and it looks like it got 6 million. So I wanted to see if I could find a story about this painting. So I found this article about it. St. Lucy kneels before the Virgin Child, holding in her left hand a martyr's palm. In her right, the eyes that are her identifying attribute. Having promised to consecrate her virginity to God, St. Lucy is said to have been tortured and her eyes gouged out when she refused to have sex. When her family came to prepare her body for burial, her eyes are said to have been miraculously restored with a steady and determined gaze. The painting presents her eyes on a golden platter to the Virgin Child, with an encouraging hand on her shoulder. The angel points toward the platter, as does St. John. St. John, who looks directly toward the viewer, as if affirming her sacrifice and asking us to bear witness. Obviously, to me that sounds like a bunch of hocus pocus. You make up your own mind. Now let's move on to the main point of this auction that brought up some questions for me, which is a beautiful white marble figure called the Sandalbinder sculpture.